Now, let's learn about the types of redox reaction and also what is the meaning of Stock notation. Expressing the oxidation state of the metal, what is reduction reaction in terms of oxidation number? We have 4 different types of redox reaction. Hello my dear students, welcome back to session 2 on the chapter redox reactions. Last class we learnt about oxidation reaction, also we learnt about reduction reactions, and we also learnt about redox reaction and calculation of oxidation number. I hope you have understood and also have done the calculation for oxidation number for different compounds. Now, let's learn about the types of redox reaction and also about Stock notation. Okay. So, first what we have? We have Stock notations. What is the meaning of Stock notation? Expressing the oxidation state of the metal by Roman numerals. Okay, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 Roman numerals you have to write within the parenthesis after the symbol of the metal in the formula or after the name of the metal is called as Stock notation. This way of writing was given by German chemist Alfred Stock and it is named after him. Okay. So, what exactly it is? For example, you have copper oxide Cu2O. Cu2O. Calculate its oxidation number. It will be 2x plus minus 2 is equal to 0, x is equal to plus 1 you will get. So, you will write the formula as Cu2 1O. Okay, or the name you can write as copper 1 oxide. Okay, so you have to put the oxidation state of the metal within the brackets in Roman numerals either after the metal in the molecular formula or after the name in the name of the compound. Okay, same way FeCl2, iron is in plus 2 state, so iron 2 chloride, or I can write it as Fe2Cl2. Okay. Similarly, potassium dichromate, here chromium is in plus 6 state. Already we have done the calculation in the last class. So, I hope you remember how to do the calculation. So, you will be writing as K2Cr2 6O7 or in the name also we can write. Similarly, vanadium pentoxide is in the 5 state. You can see tin oxide SnO2 and tin oxide SnO. In both of them, the oxidation number of tin is different. You can calculate here SnO2. Here I shall do x plus minus 4 is equal to 0, x is equal to plus 4. So, I can write it as tin 4O2. Also, here you can see it is in plus 2 state. So, I can write it as tin 2O. Okay, or I can write tin 2 oxide. Similarly, manganese oxide is in plus 7 state. Also, sodium chromate is in plus 6 state, that is chromium is in plus 6 state. Copper oxide 2 state, ferric chloride iron is in oxidation state number 3. So, iron 3 chloride. So, this is a method of writing the oxidation number of the metal in the molecular formula. Within the brackets, we write it in Roman numeral. And this method of writing, we call it as Stock notation. Okay. Next, we will be learning about what is oxidation reaction and what is reduction reaction in terms of oxidation number. Now, you might think, ma'am, you have explained oxidation and reduction in terms of oxygen, in terms of hydrogen, in terms of electron. Now, we also have to learn in terms of oxidation number. Now, if you are getting confused, you can just stick on to, okay, learning in terms of electron and learning in terms of oxidation number. And both are very easy. I shall give you the trick to remember, okay. So here, to understand oxidation and reduction in terms of oxidation number, I shall take one example. So the example what we are going to take is MnO4 minus plus Fe plus 2 state is giving Mn plus 2 and Fe plus 3. So now using this equation, I'll explain what is oxidation and what is reduction in terms of oxidation number. So in terms of oxidation number means first I have to write the oxidation number of the elements, correct? So first for manganese I shall calculate. See here I'll write manganese X plus minus 2 into 4 is equal to minus 1. So X is equal to minus 1 plus 8. So X is equal to plus 7. So manganese is in plus 7 state, iron is in plus 2 state. Here again manganese is in plus 2 state, here iron is in plus 3 state. So I have written the oxidation numbers. Okay. Now I will tell you all what is oxidation reaction or what is undergoing oxidation, what is undergoing reduction. Now manganese you see plus 7 to plus 2 state. What is it? From plus 7 to plus 2 state there is change. So from plus 7 to plus 2 state when it is changing, it is decreasing or increasing? Oxidation number is decreasing. So what is it? Oxidation number is decreasing, and when it decreases we call it as reduction reaction. We call it as reduction reaction, correct? No, when something is reducing, what we call, or some number is becoming less and less, reduction. So it's easy to remember, oxidation number decreases, it is called as reduction reaction, correct? Next, for iron you see the oxidation number increases from plus 2 to plus 3 state, correct? So here what is happening? Oxidation number increases. So it is oxidation reaction. So I hope you understood. If the oxidation number increases, what is it? If oxidation number increases, it is oxidation reaction. Oxidation reaction. If oxidation number decreases, then it is reduction reaction. Okay. So I hope you have understood about this. If you understand this, only then you can understand all the types of redox reaction clearly. Okay, that's the reason I have explained in terms of oxidation number now itself. So we'll go to the types of redox reaction. We have 4 different types of redox reaction, and first one being combination reaction. Now what is the meaning of combination? Something is combining. So here in combination reaction, what happens? Reaction in which 2 reactants combine together to form a single product is known as combination reaction. Example, carbon plus oxygen giving carbon dioxide, magnesium plus nitrogen is giving magnesium nitride. Now you might tell me, ma'am, how do you know it is redox reaction only? So we'll see with the oxidation numbers. Okay. So carbon in elemental state, oxidation number is 0. Oxygen also is in elemental state, so oxidation number is 0. What about carbon dioxide? Carbon, will take it as X. Oxygen, we know it is minus 2. So it is minus 2 into 2, which is equal to 0. X is equal to plus 4. So for carbon, it is plus 4. For oxygen, it is minus 2. So now what is happening? Whether oxidation is also happening, reduction is also happening, in the same reaction we shall see. Okay. Carbon from 0 to 4, oxidation number is increasing. Correct? Then which reaction it is? It is oxidation reaction. This is oxidation reaction. From 0 to minus 2, oxidation number is decreasing. And what type of reduction it is, reaction it is? It is reduction reaction. So I hope you have understood. Once again, if you want for magnesium also, I will write. For magnesium, I'll write it separately. Magnesium is 0. For nitrogen, it is 0. For magnesium nitride, Mg3N2. Okay, I shall calculate here. Mg3N2. Magnesium is an alkaline earth metal. Correct, Alva? So it is plus 2 into 3 plus 2x is equal to 0. So 3 2s are 6. So 2x is equal to minus 6. X is equal to minus 3. So for nitrogen it is minus 3. Magnesium it is plus 2. Okay. Now what is happening here? Magnesium from 0 to plus 2. It is increasing. So it is oxidation. Nitrogen 0 to minus 3. It is reducing. So it is reduction reaction. So I hope you have understood. Even if it looks like simple adding reaction, but still it is which reaction? It is redox reaction only, and this is the first type, that is combination reaction. The next type of reaction is decomposition reaction. Now what do you mean by decomposition? Decomposition means breakage. Something is breaking there. Correct, Alva? So here a decomposition reaction leads to breakdown of a compound into 2 or more components. Example, water will form H2 and O2. Similarly, sodium hydride can give sodium and hydrogen gas. So here one molecule is breaking up to give 2 more molecules, or one reactant is breaking to give 2 products. Now we shall see whether this is oxidation or not. Okay. So in water oxygen is in minus 2 state, hydrogen is in plus 1 state. Okay. If you want, we can calculate and see. Water H2O, x plus minus 2, 2x plus minus 2 is equal to 0, x is equal to plus 1. Correct? So this is minus 1, plus 1 and minus 2. Here it is 0, here also it's 0. So plus 1 to 0, what is happening? It is decreasing. Minus 2 to 0, it is increasing. So oxidation and reduction is happening. Same way for sodium. Sodium we know it is plus 1. Hydrogen will be minus 1. Okay. And here this is 0 and this is 0. So plus 1 to 0 decreasing. So it is reduction reaction. Minus 1 to 0 it is increasing. It is oxidation reaction. Now one more thing which you have to take care is, all the decomposition reactions are not redox reaction. For example, if you take calcium carbonate giving calcium oxide and carbon dioxide on heating, this is not redox reaction. Calcium carbonate, if you see, this is in plus 2 state. Here also it is in plus 2 state. Carbon here it is in plus 4 state. Here also it is in plus 4 state. No change in oxidation number at all is happening. So it is not a redox reaction. So decomposition reactions, when it is there, you have to take care that whether it is redox or not a redox reaction, you have to be careful. Okay. Next type of redox reaction is displacement reaction. Now in displacement reaction, what is happening? We'll take an example of x plus yx. Okay. I have a compound Yx, I'll add x to it, x will come and displace, it will remove y and it will form xz and y will be replaced. So such reactions are called as what type of reactions? Displacement reaction. Okay. So displacement reaction definition we'll see. In displacement reaction, an ion or an atom in a compound is replaced by an ion or an atom by other element. Okay. And the displacement can be 2 types, metal displacement and non-metal displacement. Okay. So under metal displacement, what is happening? You can see the metal in a compound can be displaced by another metal in the uncombined state. So here if you take copper sulfate solution, okay, solution means it is mixed in water. This is blue color solution, okay. For this one, if you add zinc metal pieces if you add, okay, and if you keep it for some time, what you can observe is this blue color will start disappearing and you can see some powder copper which is getting deposited, okay, and zinc is going into the solution. So what happens here is zinc will start displacing copper and forms zinc sulfate. Zinc with sulfate will form zinc sulfate and copper will be deposited or it can be precipitated. So if you see whether this is a redox reaction, yes it is. Here copper is in +2 state and here it is 0. Here it is 0, this is in +2 state. So +2 to 0 it is decreasing, 0 to +2 it is increasing. So oxidation and reduction is happening simultaneously. Same way with vanadium pentoxide. Vanadium pentoxide you take, add calcium, you will get vanadium will be precipitated and calcium oxide will be formed. So I hope you have understood today's displacement reaction of metal. Now next we have is non-metal displacement reaction. Now under non-metal displacement reaction, it includes hydrogen displacement and a rarely occurring reaction involving oxygen displacement. So in non-metal displacement, what is getting displaced usually? It is hydrogen which is getting displaced. All alkali metals and some alkaline earth metals like calcium, strontium and barium, which are very good reductants, will displace hydrogen from cold water. You can see if I add sodium, it's an alkali metal. When it reacts with water, what it will form? Form sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas will be liberated. Hydrogen is getting displaced. Okay. Same way, calcium if you add to water, it will form calcium hydroxide and hydrogen gas will be liberated. This particular reaction you might have seen in school where they take a piece of sodium metal. It's a soft metal which can be cut with a knife, and as soon as it is added to water, you can see the sodium metal will move with hissing noise and liberating hydrogen gas and forming sodium hydroxide. So that movement, you can see it very, very clearly because it reacts very vigorously with water. Okay. So that's about the non-metal displacement reactions. The last type of reaction is disproportionation reaction. Now what exactly is the meaning of disproportionation reaction? It is when one of the element undergoes oxidation and reduction simultaneously. That is, you can see an element in one oxidation state is simultaneously oxidized and reduced. Okay. We'll take an example of hydrogen peroxide. H2O2 giving H2O and O2. In hydrogen peroxide, oxygen has got a -1 oxidation state and hydrogen has got +1 oxidation state, correct? Similarly, in water, hydrogen has got +1 oxidation state, but oxygen has got -2 oxidation state, and in the elemental state, it is 0 oxygen, correct? Now, what is undergoing both oxidation and reduction? If you see oxygen, -1 state to 0, it is increasing, correct? So this is oxidation reaction. -1 state to -2 state means it is decreasing oxidation number. So it is reduction reaction. But it's the same element. Which is the element? Oxygen is undergoing both reduction and oxidation. So such reactions are called as disproportionation reaction. We'll take one more example and understand this. That is Cl2 plus 2OH minus will form ClO minus plus Cl minus plus H2O. Okay. So, in this reaction, what is the oxidation state of chlorine here? Here it is 0 because elemental state. Here ClO minus we have. ClO minus, chlorine X, oxygen is minus 2 is equal to minus 1, X is equal to plus 1 I will get. Correct? So, for chlorine, what is the oxidation state? Plus 1. Here it is minus 1. Okay? Now, what is undergoing oxidation and reduction simultaneously? It is chlorine. So, you can see chlorine from 0 to plus 1 state. It is oxidation, increase in oxidation number. 0 to minus 1 state. It is reduction reaction. Okay. So, that's about the disproportionation reaction. So, next class we shall learn about balancing of redox reactions. Okay. So, thank you my dear children. I hope you have understood today's class. Stay tuned, stay focused.